The Los Angeles Lakers are riding high after an impressive victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. The win came largely thanks to an outstanding performance by Anthony Davis and the highly anticipated return of LeBron James, who had missed 2 consecutive games due to an injury. The dynamic duo reminded fans just how critical they are to the Lakers' success this season. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Anthony Davis was in dominant form, putting on a clinic with a monster performance. 40 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He controlled the game on both ends of the court, proving why he is one of the league's most versatile big men. Meanwhile, LeBron James, despite being fresh off an injury absence, showed once again why he's one of the greatest to ever play the game. With 18 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal, LeBron's presence on the court made an undeniable impact. But as the Lakers prepare for a crucial matchup against the Sacramento Kings, fans have been left holding their breath. Both Davis and James have been listed on the Lakers' injury report, raising questions about their availability. However, there's reason for optimism. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, it seems likely that both stars will suit up for this important game. Let's start with Anthony Davis. He has been battling left plantar fasciitis, a condition that can be painful and challenging for a player who relies on quick movements and explosive plays. Despite this, Davis is listed as probable for the game against the Kings, which is great news for Lakers fans. His ability to dominate in the paint, grab rebounds, and anchor the defense is something the team cannot afford to lose. LeBron James, on the other hand, is dealing with left foot injury management. He has been listed as questionable for the game, but given that he played just days ago, it's highly likely we'll see him on the court again. James' leadership and ability to control the pace of the game are irreplaceable, especially in high-stakes matchups like this one. In addition to the concerns around Davis and James, the Lakers are also dealing with several other injuries. 4 players have been ruled out for Thursday's game. Jared Vanderbilt is still recovering from right foot surgery, and Christian Wood is sidelined following left knee surgery. Jackson Hayes remains out with a right ankle sprain and contusion, while Jalen Hood-Schifino continues to nurse a left hamstring strain. Adding to the mix, young guard Bronny James and forward Maxwell Lewis are currently with the South Bay Lakers, the team's G League affiliate, meaning they won't be available to bolster the roster. Despite the challenges, there is some reassurance for Lakers fans. While it's always concerning to see Davis and James on the injury report, the fact that they are still expected to play is a testament to their dedication and importance to the team. These 2 stars are the backbone of the Lakers' offense and the driving force behind their playoff aspirations. LeBron James continues to defy Father Time this season, averaging 22.8 points, 9.1 assists, and 8 rebounds per game. Even at this stage of his career, he remains the unquestioned leader of the team, setting the tone with his incredible basketball IQ and ability to perform in clutch moments. Anthony Davis, meanwhile, is having a season worthy of MVP consideration. He's averaging 27.8 points, 11.4 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 2 blocks, and 1.2 steals per game. His ability to dominate on both ends of the court has made him a nightmare for opponents. Whether it's swatting shots on defense or scoring in the post, Davis has been the engine driving the Lakers' success this season. Their importance to the team cannot be overstated. Whenever one or both of these players are missing from the rotation, the Lakers struggle to find the same rhythm and dominance. That's why their availability against Sacramento is so crucial. Now, let's take a look at their upcoming opponent. The Sacramento Kings are currently sitting in 12th place in the Western Conference with a 13-14 record. While their standing may not seem intimidating, they are only a few games behind the Lakers, who currently hold a 14-12 record. The Lakers, meanwhile, are just behind the Los Angeles Clippers, 15-12, and tied with 3 other teams at 14-11. This makes the next few games critical for the Lakers if they hope to climb the standings and solidify their playoff position. If the Lakers can secure back-to-back wins against the Kings, it would provide a significant boost to their postseason hopes. Not only would it create some distance between them and Sacramento in the standings, but it would also help them gain momentum as they approach the mid-season mark. However, defeating the Kings won't be an easy task. Sacramento has been playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they'll be hungry to close the gap in the standings. The Lakers will need all hands on deck, especially from their 2 superstars, to come out on top. As fans await tip-off, all eyes will be on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Their health and performance will likely dictate the outcome of this critical matchup. With playoff implications on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. Let's see if the Lakers can rise to the challenge and deliver another statement win. Anthony Davis is reminding the basketball world why he's long been considered one of the league's most dominant players. With his recent performances, Davis is making a strong case to be in the conversation for the NBA's most valuable player, a title that has often seemed within his grasp but never realized. Davis started the season with an exclamation point, putting up 36 points and grabbing 16 rebounds in the Lakers' season-opening win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This commanding performance set the tone for what many hoped would be a statement season. He followed this with 3 straight games scoring over 30 points, showcasing his offensive prowess and cementing his status as an early-season MVP contender. This electric start helped propel the Lakers to a 10-3 record, a much-needed boost for a franchise eager to reclaim its spot among the NBA's elite. Central to this surge was Davis's improved versatility, particularly from beyond the arc. Historically not known for his three-point shooting, Davis demonstrated an increased willingness to take and make shots from deep. Over a 5-game stretch, he averaged 2 made three-pointers per game, a notable improvement that gave the Lakers another offensive weapon. Throughout his career, Davis's long-range shooting has been a point of criticism. While his dominance in the paint and mid-range game has never been in question, his three-point shooting has often lagged behind. However, this season, he's attempting 2.4 three-pointers per game, his highest mark in 4 years. This increase reflects not only his growing confidence but also a strategic adjustment to modern NBA trends, where big men who can stretch the floor have become invaluable. This newfound range added another layer to Davis's game and provided the Lakers with a much-needed spark. Yet, as is often the case in basketball, early season momentum can be fleeting. Despite his strong start, Davis's production began to waver as the Lakers encountered turbulence. As J.J. Redick's honeymoon phase as head coach faded, the Lakers' flaws became more apparent. The team's initial cohesion began to unravel, and Davis's once dominant performances became inconsistent. While he still delivered flashes of brilliance, they were interspersed with quieter games that left fans and analysts questioning the Lakers' long-term prospects. The team's struggles were reflected in the standings. After their hot start, the Lakers slid down the Western Conference rankings, sparking trade rumors and fueling speculation about the future of LeBron James with the franchise. Questions swirled. Could this roster compete at a high level, or were major changes needed to return to championship contention? Through it all, Davis remained at the center of the conversation. As the Lakers' anchor on both ends of the court, his performance was seen as the barometer for the team's success, or lack thereof. Recently, however, Davis has begun to rediscover his groove. Over the past 4 games, he has looked like the player who dominated at the start of the season. During this stretch, the Lakers posted a 2-2 record, and Davis has been nothing short of spectacular. He's averaged 32.8 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.8 blocks per game, all while shooting an impressive 54.9% from the field. While his early season three-point shooting has yet to return, he's made just 18.8% of his attempts from beyond the arc during this span. His dominance inside the paint and on defense has been undeniable. Davis has reasserted himself as one of the league's most impactful two-way players, a force capable of taking over games on both ends of the court. In a win against the Portland Trail Blazers on December 8th, Davis was unstoppable, recording 30 points and 5 blocks. Just a week later, on December 15th, he exploded for a season-high 40 points and 16 rebounds in a critical victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. During this 4-game stretch, Davis has proven why he's considered one of the league's elite talents. His 131 points over these games rank as the 4th highest total in the NBA during that time, trailing only Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the defensive end, his 11 blocks are second only to Victor Wembanyama's 12, further highlighting his impact as a rim protector. This resurgence has reignited discussions about Davis's MVP candidacy. After slipping in the rankings earlier in the season, he now seems poised to climb back into the race. The question is whether he can sustain this level of play and bring the consistency required to lead the Lakers to a successful campaign. Despite his stellar performances, Davis has remained focused on the bigger picture: team success. After being overlooked for the Defensive Player of the Year award last season, he's made it clear that individual accolades are secondary to helping his team win. "All that MVP talk and stuff, it'll come if it's supposed to," Davis told Melissa Rowland of Fox Sports. I'm not out here playing just to win an MVP. I think when players focus too much on individual awards, they lose sight of what's really important: team basketball. As long as my team is winning and we're playing the right way, that's all that matters to me. I don't care about anything else. Davis's mindset reflects the maturity of a player who understands the stakes. With LeBron James nearing the end of his legendary career, the Lakers need Davis to step into the role of undisputed leader. Currently, the Lakers find themselves fighting for a play-in spot with a 4-6 record over their last 10 games. The margin for error is razor-thin, and the team's fate largely depends on Davis's ability to maintain his MVP-level play. Without Davis leading the charge, the Lakers risk another season of mediocrity, a prospect that would be unacceptable for a franchise with such high expectations. As LeBron's retirement looms, the Lakers are desperate to find their identity and return to their winning ways. Anthony Davis holds the key to the Lakers' future. If he can sustain his recent resurgence and elevate his play even further, there's still hope for this season. However, if he falters, the Lakers may face yet another year of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. The stakes couldn't be higher for Davis, the Lakers, and their fans. The clock is ticking, and the time for Davis to solidify his legacy as one of the game's greats is now. As we move through mid-December, the Los Angeles Lakers find themselves in a precarious position, surrounded by questions that could define the rest of their season. Will the front office take a bold leap and make a trade to address their glaring weaknesses? Or will they opt to stay the course with the current roster? Most importantly, does the organization still believe that LeBron James and Anthony Davis can lead this team back to championship glory? At this point, these questions loom larger than ever. After 26 games, the Lakers sit at a 14-12 record. Not terrible, but certainly not the mark of a team with championship aspirations. Their flaws have become increasingly apparent, and it's obvious that without significant changes, this team will remain stuck in mediocrity, far from the contender status they once enjoyed. Yet, the beauty of the NBA is that one transformative move can change everything. The Lakers, despite their struggles, still have the potential to become legitimate contenders. The Western Conference is wide open, and the league as a whole has a sense of parity that hasn't been seen in years. With the right trade, the Lakers could vault themselves into the conversation as one of the league's elite teams, capable of making a deep playoff run. One trade proposal that has been gaining traction involves the Lakers striking a deal with the Brooklyn Nets. This hypothetical blockbuster would address several of the Lakers' most pressing needs in one fell swoop. In this scenario, the Lakers would acquire Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Day'Ron Sharpe, three players who could immediately bolster the team's depth, versatility, and overall talent. The trade breakdown would look like this. Lakers receive Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Day'Ron Sharpe. Nets receive D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2029 first-round pick, and a 2031 first-round pick. On paper, it's a hefty price for the Lakers to pay. They would part ways with Russell, who has been inconsistent but still offers offensive firepower. Rui Hachimura, a young forward with upside, and Gabe Vincent, a playoff-tested guard, would also be shipped out, along with rookie Jalen Hood-Schifino and two highly coveted first-round picks. For the Nets, this deal aligns perfectly with their rebuilding timeline. Adding Russell, Hachimura, and Vincent provides immediate production, while Hood-Schifino offers potential for the future. The inclusion of two unprotected first-round picks sweetens the deal, giving Brooklyn valuable assets as they look to construct a team for the long term. However, completing a trade of this magnitude is easier said than done. The Lakers are not the only team interested in the Nets' trio of players. The Oklahoma City Thunder, armed with an arsenal of draft picks, could easily outbid Los Angeles. Other contenders, too, are likely to have their eyes on Cameron Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith, given their value as versatile, two-way contributors. Despite the competition, this trade makes sense for both sides, particularly if Brooklyn views the Lakers package as the best combination of current talent and future assets. For the Lakers, the upside is immense. Adding Cameron Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith would solve two critical issues for Los Angeles. Both players are dynamic forwards who can guard multiple positions, stretch the floor, and provide consistent outside shooting, something the Lakers have sorely lacked. Johnson, in particular, is a sharpshooter with the ability to hit clutch shots, while Finney-Smith brings grit and defensive intensity that would instantly elevate the team's defensive schemes. Day'Ron Sharpe, meanwhile, would address another glaring hole: the lack of depth at the center position. The young big man has shown flashes of potential and would give the Lakers a reliable backup for Anthony Davis, allowing them to manage AD's minutes and reduce the risk of injury. But the benefits of this trade go beyond just filling immediate needs. It also positions the Lakers for sustained success in the future. Johnson and Finney-Smith are both under contract and could be key pieces for a post-LeBron era, helping the team remain competitive with Anthony Davis as the centerpiece. Sharp, still on his rookie deal, offers a developmental piece with upside. Of course, making a trade of this magnitude requires boldness from the Lakers' front office. The team has shown hesitation in parting with their future draft picks, knowing how crucial they could be in a post-LeBron rebuild. However, standing pat comes with its own risks. The clock is ticking on LeBron's career, and wasting another year of his greatness would be a disservice not only to him but also to the franchise's championship legacy. The Lakers have been here before. In the 2019-20 season, they made a bold move to acquire Anthony Davis, parting with a treasure trove of young talent and draft picks. That gamble paid off in the form of a championship. Now, the team faces a similar crossroads. The decision to go all in again could either reinvigorate their championship hopes or leave them stuck in the middle of the pack. The stakes couldn't be higher. If the Lakers pull the trigger on this trade, they could completely reshape their season, addressing their weaknesses and re-establishing themselves as a force to be reckoned with in the West. The addition of Johnson, Finney-Smith, and Sharp would give the team the depth, versatility, and firepower it needs to compete with the league's best. But if they choose to stand pat, they risk wasting another season of LeBron's brilliance and missing out on a golden opportunity to contend in a wide-open league. Time will tell if the Lakers are willing to make the necessary sacrifices to turn their fortunes around. One thing is certain. The window to win is closing, and bold moves are required to keep it open.